Well, as we know, a family's love is good medicine. And the Fisher House Foundation provides that love 24/7 for military and veteran families when they need it most. It's a home away from home at no cost, so families can still be together when emergencies happen. Emergencies like the one the Slight family experienced. Captain Josh Slight is a company commander stationed at Fort Wainwright out in Alaska. Not an easy place to find robust medical care. So when his pregnant wife, Julie, was having some complications, she needed to head to Anchorage for a prenatal checkup. Well, she thought she was in the clear, but when boarding the plane to get back home, her water broke weeks early. And at that moment, they went through a movie-like evacuation to the hospital from the flight line. So here's the good news. Baby Hope was born very healthy and happy, and the Slight family is feeling very relieved because they have a Fisher House to stay in and will now celebrate Christmas together, and Santa will be able to come for Baby Hope and also Big Brother Graham. And that's where we find the Slight family now, live from the Fairbanks Fisher House, along with Ken Fisher. And there's Graham. And we also have Chairman and CEO of the Fisher House Foundation. Hi, Graham.
Can you say hi?
Hi. Are you excited about your new baby sister? Yeah. So, Julia, first of all, how are you and Baby Hope feeling? Her name sure fits the spirit of the moment.
No, we're doing great. I'm, pretty much back running on all cylinders, and she's doing great. We actually just, yesterday, I was able to get her to take her first full bottle from me, which is a big step into her getting to come home from the NICU. So we're really excited. We're hoping that we're kind of in the last kind of home stretch, before we get to take her home and so that Graham can finally meet her. And that's, kind of his biggest thing right now is he wants to meet his baby sister because he hasn't been able to meet her yet because of hospital restrictions. So,
well, Graham, are you ready to be a big brother?
Graham,
you ready to be a big brother? I think he's getting nervous.
Very focused. He got Santa's elves brought him a new game this morning, and he's very excited. He's opening one of the wrappers. So.
Well, and Ken, this is the beauty of what your Fisher homes provide for families, like Julie and Josh and Graham and now Baby Hope, that when they're in a tough time, you guys can give them what they need, whether it's a holiday or just a place to stay and not have to worry about being able to visit their loved one.
Well, first of all, congratulations on the birth of Baby Hope. I just had a second grandchild that is now 5 months old. So I'm kind of living alongside of you there in terms of the newborn. But having the Fisher House makes all the difference in the world. Because
it does.
Having that place to stay for no charge makes all the difference in the world in terms of alleviating the stress and the burdens that military families feel every day, and veteran families. But even more importantly, now during the holidays, it's also important to know that you're not alone, that there are other families within the same circumstance as you, and they kind of embrace each other, they support each other, and they will celebrate the holidays together, and that's a wonderful thing.
So, Josh, I have to ask you, usually, it's the family that's worried about you during deployment, serving in our country in war zones. What was it like for you to have the tables turned and be worried about mom and baby?
It was definitely a little different than what I'm used to. But, thankfully, trying to wrangle a toddler kind of keeps you really grounded. And I knew that they had excellent care. The doctor that ended up delivering our daughter is absolutely phenomenal physician. He's also in the Army, and so we couldn't have asked for better care. So that was a great relief knowing that, and then just having the Fisher House here to come back to with Teresa and her excellent staff here at the Alaska Fisher House. it really just made everything so much easier, and allowed me to just really focus on, taking care of Graham and Julie and Hope when she finally came.
And I know he's able to play behind you at the play table. Santa's already been filling the stockings early, I understand. And
Yes.
and Ken, just to bring you together here with Josh and Julia, the beauty of Fisher Houses is that they're a home for families dealing with loved ones with the most extreme injuries, all the way to making sure babies are born without injury. But, and I know Josh and Julia, you're an ER nurse. You've seen what the Fisher House Foundation has done for other families severely injured. Ken, just put it in perspective. I mean, you help families where they're still holding on, hoping their loved one makes it.
Yes, we get involved here, as you know, very early on in the process. So, we see the families at their most stressful. And that's why having the Fisher House there is so important, because it does alleviate the stress and the burdens that these families feel. And one thing that Americans need to remember is behind every man or woman that's wearing a uniform or that's worn a uniform is a family. And these families go through the same burdens and the same sacrifices. They serve too. So when a loved one is catastrophically wounded, Fisher Houses have been there for them in multiple ways, not just for the immediate, situation, but we've had families stay in Fisher Houses for months, if not over a year, and in some cases in multiple Fisher Houses. So, it covers the whole gamut from the catastrophically wounded to pregnancies, to problem pregnancies in some cases, but we're all over the gamut. And we're so proud to support the men and women of our military, especially our doctors and our nurses and other healthcare professionals that do such a wonderful job taking care of these families.
And finally, Josh, I hear the Fisher House where you are there is just decked out for the holidays. I know that has helped you feel the spirit of Christmas. Julia, when you stepped in there and saw what it's doing for Graham, how is this making Christmas just perfect for you guys? I know you want to be home, but just how does it make it all right?
Well, obviously, especially with, this being our first Christmas, with Hope here, we were kind of hoping for the most normal experience possible. And so we were a little worried, when we found out that she was going to be here early, that there was a very real possibility that we wouldn't be able to be home. And so, it was a little stressful, wondering, like, is Graham really going to feel the Christmas spirit this year? But Josh actually kind of likened it yesterday to the way that they transform Disney World, like the night after Thanksgiving. It's like elves come and descend and decorated the entire house, and it just truly feels like Christmas. You walk in and it feels like home, and so it's a huge blessing to not have to worry about if he's going to know that Santa's still going to come visit him, even if we're not at home, where our normal stuff is. So he's very excited.
Right.
He's very
well. I'm
excited.
gonna let him have the final word. Is he right there? Is Graham right there, Josh?
He is.
All right, tell him to
Graham,
come give us. Tell him to come give us a Merry Christmas.
Can you say Merry Christmas?
All right.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and congratulations to baby Hope. We know Santa's coming, Graham, so keep us posted on what he brings, okay? He's like, I'm out of here. Happy holidays, guys. Ken, thank you so much. And thank you, Ken, what you're doing for the Slight family. You're so welcome. Have a great holiday, guys.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.